Chapter 9. Lucy.
What did you want me to do? First, I was part of the audience. Then I became part of this bloke's words. Secondly, he openly screwed the first rule of personal life in showbiz. His actions were like giving honey to the Buzzy Bee magazines, among other written surfaces I could only think to wipe my arse with. This little bit of sugar would turn them leeches hyperactive and would drag me down his rabbit hole as well. Surely this man was waving a red flag while inhabiting the placenta. But I was thinking about the consequences rather than the instance. Jake just gurgled out his feelings for me like he wanted to extinguish a fire. The anxiety that came with it all held mine now in a death trap. Meanwhile, the distance between the corner of my lips and my ears grew shorter thinking of his actions. This was strangely cute. Back to reality. No surrounding sounds to hold me centred. Stares of encircling people were swinging between me and Jake, a romantic Wimbledon as such, a silent tennis game with bouncing hearts. I bowed my head in gratitude of the attention given to me. When I raised it again, eyes around me started to tear like coins thrown into fountains. I did feel happy, but my thoughts decided otherwise. He assumed, put me on the spot and made me feel kidnapped by attention. My fists were clenching and ready to deliver blows. My vocal restraints couldn't hold anymore and my lashes had no intention to close. Feline were my pupils. The knees that supported all this locked up tension and fear now bended. The circle that formed itself around me shuffled to a larger radius pushed by the podium silhouette approaching. When at last my pensive fluctuations had faded, the lock that I had chained to my heart felt meddled with. Jake! I ran, maybe in the wrong direction, away from Jake into the sea of stunned people. A fence as penguins trying to survive polar nights held me away from the door. Finally reaching the exit, my feet wouldn't stop carrying me further, leaving the place behind like a Brexiteer. I harvest the feeling that I'm contained in this life of mine, like if my body is a vessel that surrounds the real me. The more I think about it, the more it seems that everything is boxed up. Shoes contain my feet, my body restrained by my clothes, my emotions by fears, my future on its turn by my past. It was clear in my mind, my existence was a Russian doll. Every aspect of it was held in custody by a bigger shell. Months later, I would hate myself for these thoughts. Now, I was still running as fast and as far as I could. Reaching home, troubled, the lock key combination wasn't quite as standard. More than once the iron fell. I swore, trying to cast a spell on the door. This was the movie scene where the hero slows down time to surpass the Homeric curses cast on him. Neither arrows nor time manipulation in this drama though, but meanwhile the heavens opened and raindrops pierced me like the tears of a hungry child. Finally, the door allowed my passage, open for a split second, just long enough for me to enter. Leaning with my back against the dry wood felt like I found my shield against a painful happening. My chest pumped air towards my brain. My wet hair was the source for a swirling river down my spine, and once again the science behind high heels left me completely baffled. After this intermittent moment of rest, the storm resurfaced in me. My clothes were the new enemy, and while the hallway turned into a clothing battlefield, I raged into a hot shower. Thus far, this day has been a Chinese takeout. Successions of sweet and sour. I felt immortal under the shower. The liquid heat flowing over me would be the endless power source that kept my mechanical body seamlessly running. I heard the bell at the front door ringing. Let's just say that with the fire coming out of my pupils, I could have incinerated an entire California forest during winter. I charged towards the front door and opened it right before realising that my clothing level was Turgenev, nihilist. Dressed by skin, I shouted, "You can choose outside or inside," to the unknown behind the door. In California, a forest vanished.
End of chapter 9.